decided I was going to enter the draft. And then the critics came. Everybody was saying, oh, he went to Weber State. He's only 6'2". He's not really that athletic.
This is 10th Year Seniors podcast.
Hey, shut up. Important stuff is happening right now.
Anything they could think of to,
just listen.
To put an end to me. That was what they were saying, man.
9/10 left. A 3 wins the series.
So good.
It's Lillard.
So
he
good.
got the shot off.
Bang!
What's gonna happen? Now we're ready to go.
Now we're ready to go. This is the 10th Year Seniors NBA Preview Podcast. And now we're talking about the Western Conference.
Let's get started.
We're started. We're good to go now. We're going to start in the Northwest Division, and we're going to talk about Nal's favorite team in the world, but we're going to try to keep him from talking about it for 2 hours.
A little bit, yeah.
There will be no reining me in. Let's get started on the first of our 45 minutes spent on the Portland Trail Blazers and why they will be the Western Conference champions.
Isn't Kevin Durant in this division?
Who cares about Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant was in this division last year. Anyway,
We don't care
Isn't
about the
Gordon
MVP
Hayward in
of
this
the league.
division?
Damian Lillard's emergence. I mean, we know what happened. You see it on the board. It's in block caps. We have 3 exclamation marks behind it. Damian Lillard's emergence.
2 would be good enough, right?
We heard the clip.
We all know.
Yes.
We all know that he's going to rise to the. He's going to be a top 5 point guard this year. That goes without saying. I see a 3-point spike in points per game, 2 more assists per game.
Can he,
So you're saying he's gonna,
can
on
he
average,
defend yet?
around 6.
Who needs
8.
to defend?
So he's gonna be plus 10 in the point given points
How
this
many
year.
how many great point guards in this league can defend?
You know what's
Chris
amazing?
Paul,
you didn't.
That's it.
You didn't
that's it.
start off with the best player on the
that's right.
team, LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's fine.
I would like to point out that the Marcus Aldridge signed with Jordan. So
How many shoes does
we know
Lillard have?
exactly what LA is going to give us. LA is a franchise player, yes, but one franchise player is not going to get it done.
You have to be
the
you have to be
Blazers-
specific with LA.
No, you don't. There's one LA. The reason the Blazers are gonna be so good is because of Damian Lillard's the way he accompanies LaMarcus Aldridge.
I really like the dynamic they have with
Of course you do.
with him and Nicholas Batum because he's more of a scorer, but Nicholas Batum he averages like almost 7 assists a
Yes.
game. He's like a great facilitator.
Great utility player.
But I don't like Wesley Matthews on the wing. I think they need to upgrade the shooting.
All right,
guard.
well, let's not have Tage on this anymore. Anyway, so here's what's good about Wesley Matthews. He's the perfect 3-and-D player. He brings toughness. He's probably
3-and-D.
Yes, that's a common basketball
No,
player.
yeah,
You
that
guys
is-
not know that.
That's the thing. That's the
I
thing.
know.
It sounds funny though.
It still sounded funny.
You guys are
Who's the best 21 player on the team?
Yes.
McCollum.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Will Barton.
Who's
I
the
think
best knockout player on the team?
What?
That's gonna be McCollum.
And around the world?
Damian Lillard.
Damian
I'm gonna go
Lillard.
with an underdog and say Myers Leonard because he been working at it.
Now, follow-up question. Do you have to be crazy to be a Portland Trailblazer fan? Like, is it a prerequisite?
Here's what I'm not gonna let happen. I'm not gonna let Kyrie sidetrack me with this stuff. Here's why Portland's gonna be better this year as well. The depth on the team is a lot better because the young players are going to improve. Thomas Robinson is going to start fulfilling his potential. Myers Leonard, lottery pick 2 years ago. He was hitting a lot of threes this year. I think the signing of Chris Kaman is
You talking
going
about
to cause-
preseason?
Yes.
You
I
talking
think
about
the si-
preseason? That doesn't count.
John, mute yourself. I think the signing of Chris Kaman is going to cause Myers Leonard to step himself up.
No.
Signing
Okay.
of Chris Kaman.
These are the kind of moves that wins championships.
They also have Freeland, who is pretty good in there.
Yeah!
I feel like
He's the
Freeland is
only
a,
English player in the
he's a
NBA.
mortal lock to end up on the Spurs though, because they're like, you know what? Who don't we have an English guy? We should get him. I think he's gonna end up on the Spurs.
Okay, now
Watch.
over or under 57 wins.
57? What?
It's a lot of wins.
How many did the Spurs have last year?
Excuse me, we won. We were like 3 games away from that last
Yeah,
year.
but that's a big jump, though.
They were
Like
three
those
games
3 games.
They're
really
3
isn't.
games away from being 3 games away.
3 games really is not a big jump.
So,
I'm saying
over or
between
under?
54 and 57. That's like
We're going to win 60.
You're gonna win 60
Ooh.
games in
Yes.
the Western
Prediction.
Conference.
Yes.
And what seed would that be?
That's
Three?
a 1 seed.
1.
Wow.
You're gonna be the 1 seed.
Yes.
Ah.
Not
It
flinching.
could happen though if everybody stays healthy because Durant. I think OKC is gonna struggle to get out the gate, and then the Spurs they really pace themselves. They got some young guys, so it could happen. I don't think it will.
I mean,
So,
but it could.
but because the Clippers are gonna go balls to the wall.
I think the
from start of
Clippers. I think the
season.
Clippers are gonna get the 1 seed, but
We're better.
I could see Portland getting number 2.
I could actually, now that you say it and looking at the board and like
One.
seeing the injuries, they could get 1
1.
if Damian Lillard decides he wants to play defense this season, which could
If.
take away.
So
from
they
his
won't
own.
get
Like I said 5 minutes ago, Name me all the top point guards in the NBA that play
Yeah,
defense.
but that takes away from you being elite, though.
Chris Paul,
Like, it's not just about you being a
Russell
top
Westbrook.
5 point guard. It's about you being an elite player in the league.
So
you
we
have
have
to
one.
play
So we
defense.
have one elite point guard in the league.
Mario Chalmers.
No.
Is Steph Curry an elite point guard in the league?
he's a good team defender.
No, okay, hold on. Now you're trying to step on my corner now. There's a huge difference between, not huge, but the offense that Steph Curry can bring and Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard
what's
is
the
a very
huge
good
difference?
player.
I think he will make strides because most of the defense, half of defense is really positioning and disposition.
And
I'm
effort.
like, yeah, like, but I think he will learn like Steph Curry. He's not physically, he doesn't
Yeah,
have physical
I think,
tools,
see,
but he has to
this-
learn positioning and help defense. And I think Damian Lillard could do that.
Wait, this is why Portland Trailblazer fans are crazy. All I said is that he needs to be better on defense, and they could be the 1 seed.
He
He
could.
took offense to him even trying to be better on defense.
Being a fan is
One.
not logical.
One.
I think the real strides he needs.
He's
to,
on the cover of NBA Live.
Is this how we sound when we say Heat and 5?
He was on Conan.
Yes.
This is how we sound.
think-
It's still Heat and
He
5
has his
though.
own shoes.
No, but I feel
The
I
real
feel like we're
strides-
more
look,
logical.
The
He's
real
a-
strides he really needs to make. I
He's
think
a star.
to me, he's like a Kyrie Irving.
He is not like a Kyrie Irving. Go outside. He's so much better than Kyrie Irving.
In terms of he's a scoring point guard, he needs to learn how to facilitate and run a team and when to pass. I think that's what he needs to do if he's gonna be the guy with the ball in his hand.
One.
So clearly,
So,
by this conversation,
clearly
the
it's one.
entire Portland Trailblazer season comes down to what Damian Lillard is going to do and how he improves
Yes.
from year to year.
Yes, but I think he's gonna be great.
I think it's gonna come down
I
to
think
Thomas
he's going to
Robinson.
be great too, but then why do you think he doesn't need to play defense? I'm
20,
sorry.
24 points, 9 assists a game. One. Let's move on.
And defense.
Let's
play
let-
some defense.
Let's
play a little
move,
defense.
Let's move on while we have the
Even
chance.
Steph Curry needs to play defense.
We could now move.
Come on, let's go. We're gonna talk about my favorite team
The
in
worst.
the West. And maybe
The worst, best watching team.
It's gonna be terrible, but they're gonna be on SportsCenter every night. Minnesota. They got rid of Kevin Love, but they got Andrew Wiggins, who I think is gonna be great. I think he's gonna be great before everybody realizes it too. He can shoot better than people could figure. I mean, better than people know. Like he's not a bad shooter.
Yeah. I don't think people give him enough credit for being able to create his own shot.
No,
Like if you
I
watch,
didn't know you could say things besides one.
if you
Weird.
watch Andrew Wiggins play, you can tell Andrew Wiggins can get his own shot
Like,
off.
I mean, people think he has upside. I think he's gonna be good. now.
Tremendous upside
And,
potential.
But now you saw him at Battle for Atlantis, and you weren't impressed when you.
I wasn't impressed, but
The
then
college game suits people.
But
some
you gotta
people
remember
better
what
than
team
others.
he played for.
But he was also really under the weather. Like you could tell from the look on his face, his mannerisms. He was fighting the flu.
Too many junglers.
Yeah.
I think that actually might have made him feel
junglist
better.
flu.
I think that might have actually made him feel better.
Is
So
that
it's-
like
Surrogacy.
Ebola?
You should get some surrogacy.
it's like one of Tage's favorite things to say. I think he's gonna be a better pro player than he was a college player. He's more suited for the pro game.
Yeah, I think
Ricky Rubio throwing them lobs.
Ricky Rubio is gonna throw.
Hey, anyone
Hello,
notice how
Bobs.
John just referenced all the white players on every team? He just calls out their names.
He's
That's the
Hispanic
thing.
too, so that's 2 strikes.
That's the thing.
Two birds with one
Nah,
stone.
man, and I don't see how Corey. I think they should get rid of Corey Brewer and just tear it down and just let. the
Didn't
young
Corey
fellas
Brewer
go.
have like a 50-point game last year?
He did.
Was
They,
that
pl-
last
they
year?
play a lot of games.
They do. Like,
But
who's the team that gives a 50 to? You need to find out who gave 50 to Corey Brewer.
If this
Like,
team,
you
if this
just give
team
up
is
on
gonna
life.
get any better, Rubio just has to learn to shoot. You
Oh,
can't.
gosh.
I mean, teams are sagging off him on pick and rolls like 5 feet away.
Yeah, they're gonna be throwing alley oops and dunking, tons of alley oops and tons of dunks.
Man,
Dunks for days.
He's gonna have to shoot to open it up in the half court because I mean he's a great open court player, but when they settle in the half court, he's gonna have to be a threat.
Yeah, that's why we don't think they'll win a lot of games.
Yeah.
But
They
they'll still
won't.
be entertaining.
Fun to watch.
And then Pekovic, who I'm pretty sure has 10 bodies under his
Pekovic
house.
is going to become the new Kevin Love.
I really hope him and Gortat hang out with each other.
We're
And
gonna-
like they're at LA nightclubs just looking tough in the
We're
background.
gonna beat them
Like,
4 times.
I feel like wasn't Pekovic in Eastern Promises?
He was, yes, he
feel like-
was.
He was.
Go look up his IMDb page. I'm sure it's on there.
But I feel like they get rid of. I know they already bought out JJ Barea today. I read that when I was doing this.
Yeah.
I
JJ
think-
Barea is awful.
Never forget. The
Never
guy
forget.
LeBron
Never
wouldn't
forgets.
post up.
How awesome is the Bounce Brothers nickname though? It's pretty awesome.
So good. I feel like they should have some
Very
kind of.
appropriate.
They should have some kind of Adult Swim cartoon or something like
They
that.
get extra points for using an alliteration.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
really do.
That's the
Way to go,
Like
college
why is
education.
Splash Brothers not Splash siblings? Like why didn't they go with that?
Because they're both guys.
Well, yes, Tage, but we were talking about alliteration just now.
Yeah, but I think they got to get rid of old guys, Kmart and Corey Brewer, and just and just let the young guys go. Let Levine go, and let Wiggins go.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I read Kmart just now, and I was like, Kmart, is he gonna be coaching in Houston? Then I remembered it was.
Now,
Kevin
just
Durant.
remember, if the
Wrong
Wolves
Kmart.
make the playoffs this year,
Oh yes, if the Wolves make the playoffs, I'm going to live and getting John a table and live. If the Wolves don't make the playoffs, what do I get, John?
Yeah, what's this bet?
yeah, we'll do the same thing. Whatever.
We're going to live.
We're going to live
We're going to live.
Regardless, we're going.
going
We are
to live.
winning.
So yeah. Anyway, Timberwolves terrible team, fun to watch. Sports Center every night.
Are they? But you don't think they're gonna make some noise though?
They're gonna make noise.
They're gonna
with
make
dunks.
literal noise. Like they're gonna make the rim make noise.
Can I say who my making some noise team is in this division?
No,
Not yet.
No,
No.
no,
Okay, fine.
not yet,
No.
no.
We'll say it at the end.
So
Let's move on.
Moving on from a young, healthy team, we're going on to OKC.
They're aging pretty fast.
I don't even like talking about them anymore.
They-
They've been in the conversation
they-
so long.
they've
and
been
haven't
2
done
years away from
anything.
being-
They
2
are the
years away.
Utah Jazz in the 90s.
I think they have but they have reason to be optimistic because I think I feel like Jeremy Lamb. I feel like he is gonna have a year. They just not, like they did the James Harden thing with him where they just kept him on the bench instead of letting him play. And I think he's gonna have a good
But
year.
how does the dynamic of this team change with KD being out for a while? Of course,
Russell
Westbrook
Quite a
is
bit.
He's
going-
gonna shoot
Of
everything.
course, he's going to be happy. He's going to chuck the ball up 30,
40
40 times
And
a
isn't
game.
Randy Jackson also out?
Reggie.
Reggie? Oh,
Bobby Schmurda.
Bobby-
Bobby Schmurda Jackson is
I
out
went
too.
American Idol.
Yes. Yeah, dog.
Isn't Randy Jackson going to be watching people
No.
sing?
Hey, dog.
He doesn't
What's
have
up?
time to play basketball.
I think Ibaka's gonna probably get more shots.
It's late, man.
I don't know if you could go to Ibaka in the post and say get us a shot, but I think he is definitely gonna get more shots with Durant out.
Why? What is Ibaka doing in the offseason other than doing like
Kerry
pull-ups?
Hilton.
Yeah.
He's doing Kerry Hilson.
Yeah,
that's what
that's
he's
true.
doing.
That's what he's doing in the offseason. So
Like, why-
therefore, I don't think he's coming back.
Did he
with
not
a
work
post
it with
game.
Olajuwon?
No.
No,
But-
he goes to Spain.
Durant's
He's Spanish.
out for
I-
6 weeks. And then after 6 weeks, he's going to have to get in game shape. So they're going to have a rough first part of this.
Yeah,
The
I
first 2
think-
months are going to
Yeah,
be
they're
rough.
gonna
The,
start
the
slow.
writing's on the wall for this thing to start coming down.
Yeah,
I mean,
but 70% of Kevin Durant is better than how many players in the league? Like the vast
most.
majority of the players. So
And then-
even
Not
him,
Damian Lillard, according to...
even him
That
getting
was
in
fine.
playing shape is still very good improvement over whatever they have on the court.
Now, what would you rather? 70% Durant or 50% Lillard?
50%.
But yeah, and then they got Perry Jones too, who everybody swears is gonna be good. So
I feel like everyone swears everyone on this team is going to be good except for the people who are actually good on the team.
I think-
Yeah,
Durant,
that's the
Westbrook,
thing.
and
They've been
Ibaka.
in the conversation so long. I don't know. I have absolutely nothing to back this up. Pure speculation. I feel like it's wearing Kevin Durant down.
How
I
has
think he
Scott
wants
Brooks
to
not
change.
been fired yet?
I think he just wants to change it because his players are too good. They do well enough for him to get by. I feel like Durant wants to change his scenery, and the shoe deal is as minute as it may seem. I think the shoe deal was kind of a step in that direction, just wanting something different, wanting something new. He's seeing everybody around him change and have new aspects of their career that
He
they're
just-
jumping
I think
on.
Russell
does
Westbrook
not-
is wearing him down.
He doesn't like looking at Scott Brooks' face. That's my thing.
I
Scott
believe
Brooks
it.
he looks like a fifth grade math.
He's
teacher.
been wearing that color kind of long too.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe he is a fifth grade math teacher. You don't know because he's not drawing up plays.
He didn't
That's
win no
for sure.
finals against the Heat.
I was so confident in that finals. It's like, Scott Brooks. The complete opposite of going up against Popovich and Rick Carlisle, where you're fearing someone in a suit. Scott Brooks is the exact opposite of that. He doesn't know what he's doing.
So you think they definitely take a step back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they do.
Yeah, I don't think the young guys. Maybe Jeremy Lamb, but I don't think Perry.
Maybe
Jones
someone else
guys.
wins the division.
So
this year.
that team in the
Maybe.
Pacific Northwest could win the division. Going back to
Maybe.
them, who has more hipsters, Portland or Brooklyn? And is that going to
Definitely
factor
Brooklyn.
into
Just
the win?
on sheer volume, we have to go East Coast.
You have to go east. I mean,
I think we
Portland
have
is a very hipster
I
city.
think we have a greater.
They spawned Portlandia.
They have the quantity. We have the quality of hipsters.
Even though Brooklyn did
They don't have
cause
enough trees. They don't have
Brooklyn
enough trees.
caused the term gentrification to become like in the common lexicon.
They don't have
That
enough
was
trees, and I don't think in Brooklyn they get to save enough animals. We have whales.
They have like bears and stuff too. Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We should go to
The
Portland.
woods.
Let's go to Portland.
Now
Let's go to Portland,
Let's go to the Rose Garden.
This is
the Moda Center.
this is a place we would definitely never go.
The Rose Garden is a much better name. I
Yes.
can't believe you just defended Motor Center.
The Moda Center.
But yeah, this is a
Awful.
place.
Because the Moda Center is the house that Damian Lillard built. Sorry.
Do you
Go
call
ahead,
it Joe Robbie Stadium or Sunshine Stadium or whatever that's called?
Dolphin Stadium.
Dolphin Stadium again is awful.
Yeah.
It'll always be Joe
It's
Robbie
Sun
Stadium.
Life.
Whatever. It's been a long day.
Sunshine, same thing.
Stadium.
Look,
I'm the oldest person in here. I get to make mistakes.
damn it. I had a great segue and you guys ruined it.
That's
Sorry,
fantastic.
That's cool.
Okay,
Let's
hold
go
on.
to Utah.
This is
Rewind.
this is a
Rewind.
place we'll never go to, Utah.
Oh, good segue, Tage.
Shade, yeah, you ruined it.
Gordon Hayward.
Watch I get sent to Utah next week on an assignment.
This is a place. Yeah, like I think they're gonna be like Minnesota. They're gonna be okay to watch, but I
Yeah.
think they're gonna be bad.
The thing about the first thing I think about when I think of the Jazz this year is when we were all sitting down watching the draft and Dante Exum had 5 commercials during the lottery.
Not one, not
5
two.
commercials before he stepped on the
stage.
stage to say he was in the NBA.
Let me tell
he
you
already
something.
had 5 commercials.
As a member of the Illuminati, Dante Exum is going to be a star.
I
We
believe it.
have
Yes.
established it.
I
It is
believe it.
Done.
I think it was a few weeks ago we were watching a preseason
We watching
game
it.
out here.
We were watching the Clippers and the Jazz play at like 2 in the morning.
But we saw Dante Exum do 2 plays and we were sold. Me
I
and
was
Tage were
like,
like,
yes.
that's it? That's
Throw
it?
up your triangles.
The
Throw up your
guy's gonna be a
triangles. That's all I'm
star.
So
gonna say.
Dante Exum is going to the Hall of Fame definitely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yes.
Okay,
He'll be the second best player in the
is
division.
Trey
right
Burke
now.
a starting NBA point guard or is he a Darren Collison?
I think I don't
Trey
know.
Burke isn't in the Illuminati, so I'm not sure.
The jury's still out on him. I don't know if he's that good or the draft that year was just that weak.
He
It
had an
made him look
Illuminati
so good.
season in,
no,
in
but
Michigan.
he got drafted way too high. But you know who I think he would just resemble the most
Oh.
if he became, if you want to call it good to great, Tim Hardaway. Like that's what
Like
his
a
games.
steady point
Yeah,
guard.
that's what his
Yeah, I can
games
see that.
molded around.
Tim Hardaway's a little bit more than steady.
No,
Settle down.
Yeah.
but okay, Tim Hardaway
better.
in his later days.
But in today, like Tim Hardaway wouldn't cut it today in the Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook freak point,
No,
like, freak athlete. as a point guard.
Which version of Tim Hardaway are we talking about?
Old
Are
Are
you
you
Tim
talking about
Hardaway.
Golden
Oh,
State?
old Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
because Golden
man.
State Tim Hardaway had the
Like-
killer crossover.
Like
Yeah.
when Tim Hardaway went to the Heat, like he wasn't.
I
the
mean, that
Golden
Tim
State
Hardaway
Tim
was
Hardaway.
still pretty
It was-
good.
he
I
was
mean,
still
he
good.
made
But
an all-star
that's where
game.
I think Burke would just max out. Miami Heat, Tim Hardaway, and that's it.
I think they're gonna have to also sort out their post players because they got
Derek
Favors and Cantor, and
Yeah,
they got
Gordon
they have
Hayward,
a
max
they have
players.
a really good young core. I mean, this is the way to rebuild. They have a really good young core. The thing is,
They need that guy. They need
but what
right,
if
and
they
they're depending on Gordon Hayward being that guy. I
Gordon
mean,
Hayward is
give
not that guy.
you give Gordon Hayward a max deal. That is a huge limit they're going out.
You know
on.
who is that guy? Dante Exum.
How good is
Dante Exum could be that
Cantor
guy.
and Derek Favors? How good are they?
Dante.
Derek Favors
Can't-
could ball.
If
He can't shoot.
Kentucky had Cantor, we would have had 2 consecutive national championships.
I love it. I
We
set
would.
you up for that, and you just.
And I will
dumped
say it
No,
every
really,
time. I
Cantor-
was so upset. Do you remember how mad I
Yes,
was when
I
they,
do
when they
remember.
called
I
when they
remember.
said he was ineligible?
I do remember
Insane.
But
He's pretty good though.
Cantor has game. Like he has a good offensive game. He can rebound. He just can't defend to save his life. And then Favors is athletic. He can defend.
Y'all like
and
this
finish.
defense thing, huh?
But he can't
Yes.
shoot. And to be a power forward in today's NBA, you have to be able to shoot. And Favors cannot shoot. You about to say something, John?
this. I think John just wanted to say Gordon Hayward again, and
John
he
just was
texted
ready to
one
check
this
out on
morning.
Utah. He was
Yes.
totally,
He had nothing
he's
else
totally
to
done
say.
with
I'm
Utah.
done
And
with
is
Utah.
is the Australian accent gonna change the interview game? And how many women will soon once Exum starts talking?
Well,
Oh,
he's in
we're
Utah, so I mean,
He's got
We're
five
gonna get
commercials.
to that in the
I feel
award
like-
segment.
Okay.
I feel-
Dante Exum
how
is
long
gonna
until
come up a couple
how long
times.
until Dante Exum tries to get a trade to the Lakers?
One season. After one season, he's gonna realize I could be really, really famous.
He's gonna sign with Jay-Z, and then that's gonna be the end.
But Jay-Z would try taking the Brooklyn.
Is Drake gonna try to become friends with Dante Exum?
yes,
I could see that. happening.
Everyone said yes.
I could totally see that.
he's a
happening.
mortal lock to become like the second best player in the NBA, but behind Damian Lillard.
Thank you.
Not go to the Lakers and steal Iggy Azalea from Nick Young. That's happening.
Does he want Iggy Azalea?
It's
don't
too
think he
close.
goes-
And
yeah,
first,
I
things-
think-
First thing
I
first,
feel
she's the
like-
realist.
I think it's too much of a
She
given.
is the realist. Everyone knows that.
I think it's too much of a given because if he
One's
dates
from
Iggy
Australia,
Azalea,
the
he
other-
goes back
yeah.
home, he has no space.
No,
They're
I
both
think
from
I
Australia.
think what he does is sleep with her in secret.
Yeah.
That would
but he
be
isn't.
a great-
He won't
He's
He's
make
probably
it
been
public.
sleeping with her in secret.
Yeah, and then we're gonna wonder like why is
That's
why
why they got
him
5
and Young
commercials.
have beef every time they play? Why is there pushing and shoving? Because it's the famous Kobe Bryant Ray Allen beef, and no one knows why that happened.
That was
over,
definitely
it was over a
girl.
woman.
What
Yeah.
Paul Pierce and it was Paul Pierce and Quentin Richardson. Something happened at a
It was
recruiting visit at Kansas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Nice.
over a woman.
That's
I
like
like
a
it.
decade long beef.
So Exum and Young, new beef.
I look forward to it.
Beef.
So yeah, Exum is gonna be the greatest player.
Does
in the
everybody
NBA.
know this Swaggy P doesn't put tattoos on his right arm because he says it's just for buckets?
Buckets.
Yes,
But we could get to that. in
That's
the-
why I don't have tattoos on my right arm as well.
Me either. Straight buckets.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about Denver now. Like, I don't know. That's a terrible segue. I don't care. Deal with it.
I feel bad for a follow. That's the only person I feel.
Whoa, John, you know he isn't white, right?
Yeah. I still feel bad for him because he left Denver to go to Orlando, and then Orlando's like, "Yeah, we're shipping you back to where you didn't want to be."
They got that legalized. They'd be all right. You'll have a nice winter. You could hot box.
And JaVale McGee, I mean,
I think JaVale McGee has been enjoying himself since that's been
I
legalized.
feel like I mean that dude, that big Euro guy they have, is gonna take his job.
So, like, how quickly does Kenneth Faried ask to be traded away from Denver?
They
I
just
think
signed him
it's
a
2
max
years.
contract. They can't. I mean,
they can trade him.
it's gonna be affordable when the cap goes up though. His contract.
I like them drafting Gary Harris because I felt like Gary Harris was the best swing man in that draft. But the thing about it is, I don't quite understand why they made the trade for Aflalo because I think Gary Harris is ready to start like right now. I
Gary
think
Harris
he can contribute.
is so short.
I think he can contribute. He's really good though.
He's 6'2". He's
Yeah.
small.
He's
Okay.
still good though.
It's like he's so short, says a 7'8" man. It's like
I'm 6'8". I saw him in a club in San Diego. He's short.
Oh, what an awesome take.
we almost made it through a segment.
With him just
We
taking.
almost made it through a
But,
segment.
you guys think Gallinari could stay healthy? Because he can't.
no.
But even if he can't, I feel like him and Wilson Chandler have been one player for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
They've
You know,
just
like a
been
platoon.
Nuggets small forward.
I
for
just
the last 3 or
actively
4
try
years.
not to watch Denver play basketball. Like I was
I like-
really excited to. I'm really excited to watch Bucks and Pistons. I'm probably not gonna watch Denver
I
play.
like
Okay, what?
Gary Harris has to be amazing to make me want to watch this.
Gary
team
Harris
play.
is good. I don't know if you watch Summer League. But
So-
Oh my
Yeah,
god! I
yeah.
just said that he just totally crapped on.
I
Gary
know. It
Harris.
said that he was short. And he's only 6'2".
And then 2 minutes later, Gary Harris.
his
is
his
good.
dribble pull up game is advanced.
So what? Two
So
teams?
Harris and Fareed, I guess, are going to be the only reasons to
And
watch
they have
Denver,
a
and I'm
very-
not going to watch Denver.
No, but
Ty
what?
Lawson is still. Really
I like
good
Ty
too.
Lawson.
I
He's
don't
tons
know.
of fun.
Oh, well,
What-
is he the best point guard in the division now?
No, he's like third.
So yeah,
Yeah. Why
Okay.
am I watching Ty
Point.
Lawson?
invalid. But what 2 teams do you want to watch?
Tage and I will probably be watching Minnesota and Utah. a
We're
whole
watching
lot.
Minnesota and Utah.
Wait, you gotta pick your making some noise team.
I think Portland's gonna make some noise.
How can you make some noise if you made the playoffs though and you're in the second round?
I'm just waiting for my turn.
I think Minnesota's gonna make literal noise. They're gonna be on SportsCenter every night and they're gonna win like 20 games.
I think Dante Exum is gonna make some noise with an Australian accent.
Okay, who's gonna make noise?
Who's gonna make noise in this division?
Who's gonna
now?
make noise now?
The Thunder.
1. Blazers. 1 seed. 60 wins.
Oh,
if they make
MVP,
if they get to 60
Rookie of the
wins,
Year.
that's making noise.
MVP,
Yes,
Rookie of the Year,
okay.
most improved Player of the Year, all from the Blazers team.
Who's the rookie on the team?
Okay, we don't have a rookie, but we're not going to win Rookie of the Year. They're going to implement Sophomore of the Year, and CJ McCollum's going to win it.
I mean, you do know the Spurs got like a little younger, right?
I don't care.
Okay, that's
1.
cool.
Anyway, that is the Northwest Division of our NBA preview, and we're gonna take a break and come right back.
1.